Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgins coming in on a Sunday, a little late. Was with Jimmy the Bag and Pub doing their NFL Pub Hub. Got to catch the Ragu. That guy's leading the way there. But I'm here now. Hope all is well. Thanks for waiting for me. Hit the like button. Support the show, will you? I'm going to put the pics up here on the chat in just 1 second. There you go. They are streaming. And I'll put it in the comment section as well. Sean Higgs, winning free picks, picks and parlays. Thank you for watching on Twitter World. The plays are posted. And, of course, if you haven't found already, you could use the link tree on Twitter. You could find the podcast form, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, all those spots, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Hopefully Midday Money Show is part of that. That would be nice if it was. And if it's not, make it part of your day or night or afternoon. Let's go. Recapping action. It's a quick little recap from yesterday. What did we have yesterday? NBA loser, Bucks over, did not get there. Milwaukee. How about Milwaukee? No way they could lose again, huh? Jeez. At college hoops, we go 1-2. Florida, Campbell, Stanford, not getting it done. And I had a 4-6 day of college basketball. So that is the recap. Short. Today's picks will add the sweetness to them. NBA, I didn't even look at, wasn't love anything. Short card in college basketball. I'll talk about that in 1 second. Under college, we got Michigan, Texas 55.5. NFL action. Here we go. 46-35 in the video plus 780. The over did not get there yesterday for us in that Colts game. Thought it was looking good for 10-0 fast after that quick touchdown. We move on. Here we go. Lions first half team total over 13.5. Dallas first half team total over 14.5. The Rams plus a 4 spot. The Bears over a 46. Arizona plus a 125 on the money line. Chiefs plus 3. Miami Dolphins under 48.5 versus the Buffalo Bills. We will go over these probably individually. I don't want to really do a quick Marcos minute because it's more of an NFL day, but I know our guy Marcos will come in and ask a bunch of questions. Let me just say a couple games here that, again, I looked at line moves. Well, these are more line move kind of games. I really didn't love any of these with the exception of 2. St. Peter's was a 3-point fave down to 1 versus St. Mary's. I don't know. I would have rather had that 3, obviously. ECU. Tim Earle's ECU, 2-5 versus Tulsa. What's that about? UAB 1-4 versus South Florida. It was a interesting move there. Drake 3-5 versus Evansville. I sort of want to look at that little. Excuse me, Belmont. Why did I say? I'm not sure why I said Evansville there. It's Belmont. And Memphis 5-7 versus the SMU. Maybe the SMU there. Anyway, let's get to the comments. See how everybody is today. You know what I do have? I got to mention here. I got a player prop. I put it up on the channel here on the YouTube channel. But James Conner, 2 TDs plus $4, 102 rush outs plus 231, 11-1 odds in a parlay with this guy. And as I said, we have Arizona here in the chat on the money line. I think he's gonna have a big day. So you don't want to miss out on that nice player prop winner. And for me to put it up here, I gotta like it a little bit. Gotta like it. Arkansas, yes, they're terrible. Jesse, I added basketball yesterday. My initial games, I would have went 3-3. I added Arkansas, Iowa State, Utah State, and Washington State later on in the day, and 2 hockey games. I end up splitting on 2 totals, 1-3 with the ads. So instead of just taking a 3-3, I take it on chin and go 4-6. It happens. It happens. It would have been a split out day anyway because there are a couple other ones. I mentioned the Hall I sort of liked as a dog. There's a couple. It is what it is. Marcos, my guy, hit the like button for you and Miss Danica. Marcos been in all our games. Don't be rude like Nike, just do it. Well, I hit a couple of them there for you. I mentioned the Marcos minute. Let me finish up with these. Michigan State and Penn State. Excuse me, it's straight up Michigan. I said Michigan State. I apologize for that because they got Northwestern. So Michigan, Penn State, no real thought on that one. Wichita and Temple, I would lean Temple. UMass and Dayton, I like UMass. I like Niagara versus Iona catching some points there. Again, didn't bet any college basketball today. Not even a free pick. We're out here. Youngstown and IUP UI, I would go over. Again, this was 146. I don't know what it is now. Fairfield is playing Marist. It's too. I want to lean to the Marist Red Foxes there. Ryder Canisius. I'd go Canisius, believe it or not. There. Again, Peters and Marys, you just talked about. I would have had a better number of Marys. Manhattan and Quinnipiac, no Red Foxes Manhattan are the Jaspers. I apologize. Red Foxes over Marist there. I guess Quinny. We go with the Bobcats out of Quinnipiac. East Carolina game we mentioned. Indiana State and Northern Iowa. I'd lean to the dog here, the Panthers. UAB, South Florida. I do like UAB even with the line move there. Drake, Belmont. I'd have to lean Belmont. I mean, it's up to 5 now. Cleveland State, Northern Kentucky. I like Northern Kentucky. SMU and Memphis. I want to lean towards the SMU. Mini Maryland. I guess at 2.5. I guess I'd lean with the home team there, Minnesota. And Michigan State, Northwestern. Looks a little late at 2.5. Maybe Northwestern. And UTEP, my guys. Had UTEP the other day. I don't think they got there for me. I'll take Chicago State. Shout out. 2-4 Pac NHL yesterday. Big one with the Canucks money line and over 6.5. Let's bounce back. Canucks did get there. I ended up with the Canucks yesterday myself. Canucks over, but I took the Dallas under 6.5. Now, the Dallas under 6.5 I took simply because the over was plus money. I looked, there was a couple sites had it at plus 103 and I thought, you know what? I know it's from baseball. Anytime I take these overs or unders and they're plus money, I end up losing. So I went under because it was minus the 120. I figured, they're trying to trick me into this over. I know Dallas is an over kind of team, especially in the first period. Yeah. 1-1 in hockey. Shout out. Likes the Kings today. I don't even have the NHL window up right now. Let's look at the hockey. Cold cash, 4 games. This is why I passed. I probably saw 4 games like I'm out of here. So the Kings against Washington. You know me, I'd be looking at the Caps as a home puppy. But if you're doing the Kings, you got a money line 166 on the road. Oy. Under Jets and the Coyotes. Winnipeg's played again. Hold on. Is this a third straight game in a row for Winnipeg? Yeah, I got to get the under. Winnipeg is just an under machine. You got a 6.5 in this one? Why does it seem like Winnipeg plays every day? I was mad I missed them after the 4th. San Jose the 2-1. I'm like, man, these guys really go under a lot. And then they were playing a back-to-back and I missed them. And here I am missing them again this morning. I see 6s out there. I see under 6s. You got a 6.5. Good number for you. I'm going in. I'm taking this under 2 myself. I don't mind this one. Pretty solid little squad here, the Yotes. Excuse me. Well, the Yotes are squad, but defensively I should be talking about. I will definitely grab some under action in this game as well. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up on one of these without freezing the screen here. But, we got picks. We got the Calgary Flames. 102. When did I have the Flames? Was that the other day we had the Flames in here? All right, yeah. Puck line, only way to go here. 260 fave on the road. 260. Yeah, it would be a puck line or perhaps a regulation play here, obviously, right? When we get to these kind of numbers. And I've said before, like especially going forward in baseball this season, I have to stop with my overthinking by doing run lines. It'll be like 140. I'm like, I'm just gonna do a run line here. I don't want to lay. And it really came back and crushed me the second half of the season. So I don't want to make the same mistake here with hockey with doing that as well. So I got to look into more regulation plays as opposed to puck lines. Although again, here it is a short um, puck line number. I mean, it's not bad. It's a 102. It's plus money. All right, there's me in the chat. Stephen Bowman's in the house. Good morning, Sean. UMass UNC Oklahoma got it done on the hardwood. Yes. Lau with the win. Carolina, the Sooners. Good job. Nature Boys in the house. Woo! I don't want to yell like I do the show with Jesse, and he wants to smash a like button. It's a crazy yell, and it blows out my eardrums in the headset. But I totally get the woo. I hope you understand when I go woo. It's a loud woo. Just use the woo in your head, Nature Boy. Steelers money line under. Easy winner. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. I did have Pittsburgh yesterday, but I had them at +2 and +2.5 and a +4. So I'm happy about that one. That was a although wasn't they got away late there. It was a little ugly there for a bit. I was like, wow. I'd said it, right? I was like, boy, the Ravens are going to come in here and win this game, right? It was just a spot where you thought Pittsburgh could come in here. Jacksonville -3 covers. I don't think so, Josie. I am on the Tennessee Titans here. It's down. This was a 4. Was it a 4? 5? Open at 5. I like Vrabel. I think the players play for him. 4-3 at home with 2 OT losses. You really want to bet on the Jags? I don't want to bet on the Jags. Mr. Hill's in the house. Likes the Saints? Yes. Lions, give me first half. Tampa Bay better get it done. I mean, what are you doing, Tampa Bay? You lose here. You lose here. The coach better walk back to Tampa with his coaching staff because you're getting fired. They're getting fired in the locker room. You're getting fired in the locker room. You no-showed it last week against the Saints when you could have wrapped up the division. And you're going to come out here and lose to this joke of a squad? See you guys. Take a bus. I'm not paying for a plane. No way. I like the Saints game under. Yes. I grabbed the little Saints first half total under too as well, 20.5. He says I live bet Kansas money on. I pick them in cash. Was that yesterday? Kansas TCU game. I passed Ross for number 1 college basketball on Friday, then went 0-3 Saturday. That's because you ran out the jinx, Jesse. You want to come in, you can't do that. Nick Nancy's in the house. Texas money line winner. Texas money line winner yesterday. That got there. I think I was on the other side of that Texas game because I had who did they play? A&M or which Texas did they play? Texas Tech. No, Texas Tech won outright yesterday. Or is this Texans? Are you talking about Texans, Houston Texans yesterday? Nick Nasty. Good win there. How do Eagles not a larger favorite? Will they rest stars if Dallas is up big at halftime? I don't know. I like the Giants' backup quarterback. And the Eagles' defense, they're in a flux right now. There's a lot of finger pointing. There's a lot of things are not well in Philly right now. Should they be a larger favorite? I don't. Why? You think they should be a larger favorite the way Philly's played? I mean, you just lost it. You blew a lead. Did you watch them blow the lead to Arizona last week? I mean, they're up 21-6 at the half. 21-6 you're leading. Then you're up 28-21. Then you're up 31-28. And you let them come down the field again and score, much like you did against Seattle. Remember that game? Remember that Seattle coming 95 yards? Don't worry. What are you doing? Do not bet the Eagles. Just if you want to bet the Eagles, just sit out because you're probably an Eagle fan and just say, you know what, I'm not gonna bet on them today, and hopefully they win. Lord, good afternoon. Dogs on the ice today. Caps and Yotes. Caps are the big dog. Yotes are basically a pick of what 20. No Blackhawks, huh? UCF. Who's that? South Florida against UAB. The Patriots and the Chiefs over 35.5. Had to do the Chiefs over. I kind of like the Chiefs. They are rolling along here in the chat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what I just noticed? You know what I just noticed in the scroll underneath? It's yesterday's game. It's there. It's not even updated, and nobody said anything. 22 minutes into the show. 22 minutes in. Come on. What's happening here? What's happening, folks? Someone's gonna come in here and be like, "What are we running in here?" Marcos, you're welcome for the Marcos minutes. Michigan State all day versus Northwestern. There we go. Is that Michigan State or MSU? Is that Memphis State? Remember when that Memphis used to be Memphis State? I don't know about Michigan State all day. A lot of games in the NFL today don't mean anything. That's the final week of the season, but that alone does not entail anything of why you shouldn't bet a game. Which is a St. Peter's parlay. I could do a PD shocker parlay there, Steven. 5.5 in Jets game. The Jets are a 5.5 point underdog. Hold on a second. Don't. This line has gone to 5.5. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the Patriots too. Clint, help me out, Higgs. I hit the like button. Okay, so that means I'm going to help you out then. And there is on the YouTube Winifred Bix, we have a poll question for those interested in taking polls. You could just come on over just for a second. I know people don't like leaving the other channel. I don't know why. It's the same company. Who chokes today? And the question, the answers to this are the Panthers. Do they? And that's a trick question. Do the Panthers choke, meaning they should win since the line came down, or is that more of is Tampa Bay choking against the Panthers? No one's commented. I figured that would get some kind of reaction. It didn't. That's why I put them first, and then Bills, Packers, and hit the like button. So we'll see. All right. Tampa Bay today. I like Tampa Bay. Speaking of choking, this team does not win today. And win. I'm not talking about they hit a last second field goal or some kind of nonsense. You better win going away here and wrap up the division. No, there's no excuses. You lose this game, I'm firing the staff. I'm calling up. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. The players could take the plane home. The coaches, you're all fired. The whole staff is fired. I'll start over. I will start over. I don't care. Saints. I can get behind the Saints here against Atlanta. Ritter taking the snaps here today. Bills money line. That's a parlay. Bucks, Saints, Bills parfait. I don't hate it. Tampa to win the South, Saints to possibly win the South, and the Bills to make the playoffs and win the East. And took Arizona +3. I like it. Jake's in the house. Higgs, I got the Titans first half under. Why do I don't know. I don't know about that. I like the Titans, but I could see it being an over game. Raiders, I don't hate that one. I obviously you hear all the comments. They love the coach. Future ticket on the Bills to win the division. Let's go. I hear you. I got a Tampa division ticket. Give us a real woo. No, I'm not yelling like that, Jesse. Woo! I can't yell that loud because I know sometimes when I re-listen to the shows I'm on with the headset, it's loud. No jinx from our dude T Money. Nope, the lock emoji came through. Yes, I tweeted that out on Twitter, Steve. Moneyline Markel's in the house. My bookie has Tampa -6. Man, this was all the way. It was a 5.5 to start the week. Then it was just down to, because I was just on the show with Jimmy the Bag on Pub, and it was 3.5, and then on the show it was up to 4.5 and 5s again. So it's coming all the way back the other way, which makes sense. I mean, Tampa should win this game by 10 plus points. But now Markel says I got a gas station 4-piece, all unders. Here we go. Cincy, Packers, Cards, the Patriots, unders them all. The Patriots game's under 30. I mean, 29. I know it's bad weather. That just scares me. Cardinals. I mean, I like the. I mean, what are we doing here? I got the pack over right here in the chat. That's been up there for days, and I like Arizona to go over too as well. Do I have that one there? Shutout says player prop alert. Bijan over 3.5 receptions. Bijan over 25.5 receiving yards. Does he catch passes from Ritter? Drake London over 6 yards. A 664 parfait. A little parlay action on the DK. T-Money's in the house. There he is. The Jets. All right. Jets hockey game 5.5. All right. I was like, the Jets are 5.5. That's why you gotta decipher sometimes. 5.5 was the under even money. Okay. Someone had a 6.5. I looked, it was a 6. So it's coming down. Winnipeg, that's got to be an autoplay. I wrote a little note for myself here somewhere. Winnipeg unders. So I could try to remember to grab them out of my little notebook here when we do the show. And of course, we're talking about our guy yesterday. The where is it? I gotta say, oh, is it over here? T-Money lock emoji. I write them down, folks. I write them down. I do try to, give everybody their piece in here. Michael B's in the house. Welcome. Nick, my guy, good to see you. Hit the like button. I'm on the under both early games. Under, yes, okay, so the Colts game. Colts and Falcons. Oh, hold on a second. Colts and Falcons. So this was yesterday, the Colts. Falcons are today's under. I don't hate that. Also over Spurs. The NBA. Eesh. Lex, my guy, keep it classy. I appreciate it, Lex. All low, baby. You like that? You got a lot of class here. It's all low. Lauren also likes Tampa Bay and Bills over 40.5. I don't. If it's, I like Tampa Bay, sure, and Bills over. If it's, I'm 2 minutes up. Bucks and Bills over their totals. Just Bucks solo and Bills over. I kind of like the under in that Bills game, though, Lauren. I don't know. We'll see. Under 48.5, right there in the chat. There it is. Michael says, horrible Saturday. Utah State and Texas Tech were my only winners. Wake pushed. Florida choked. Clemson couldn't hit the side of a backboard. Arkansas didn't show up. Yeah, Arkansas didn't show up. I was with you. Florida. Hey. Nick, NHL's full surprise. Yes, I had over 6.5 Canucks game. Was no score in first period. And I saw the score was after it was 6-4 over 9.5. I'm seriously. Unbelievable. And I was on that one. I'm like, oh boy, I was hoping to get a split. And then after I cashed that one, I was hoping I would go 2-0. And then Dallas scores a bunch late. Steve says they're like Cincy -7.5. Browning auditioning for his new team. Cleveland, the defense is bad. I don't hate that. I mean, the funny thing is, people are going to give him a contract. But I'm like, oh, well, we're going head to head. I don't like when we go head to head. It happens, but at least listen. The good news is there'll be a winner here. Somebody's going to win. Debbie. Hello. Hi, Higgs. Steven would take the under 5 in a Winnipeg game. Yes. Or 5.5. T-Money. I love the Pistons plus 16.5. And I'm going crazy with the Clippers first quarter alternates. They should be up 5 or 6 points in the first half. Here we go. Pistons. All right, so the Spurs over against Cleveland, he said he liked. That was the other game, and I just kind of like, oh boy, here we go with some NBA aches. Pistons against Denver, 16 and a half. And the Clippers versus your Lakers. Here we go. Here we go. 5.5 for the Winnipeg. I knew that. Team money. Says yes, sir. It is all love appreciated. I don't have a hot take today. Maybe Clippers first quarter. I'm not making my boys the butt of my lock, even though we're going to get our butts cracked here. Oh, the Lakers. Oh, the Lakers. I love, you know, listen, I was telling, we were watching something on TV the other day, and LeBron was on. It was at dinner time. I don't even know what we were talking about. And I said, man, I said, LeBron, I said, as much as he's not Jordan, as great as he is, I mean, he's an awesome player. I said, in today's day and age, it was something, I don't know what it was. I was like, you don't hear a bad word about the cat, right? There's nothing, right? I mean, you got Morant, we got guns, you got Tyreek Hill's, they're getting on him for having kids. You got all types of nonsense. Guys getting caught with weed, nothing with LeBron. Except here we go. Problems with the coach, right? I mean, this guy, the guy in Cleveland, always a problem with the coach, but it's always when you want to bring in like your kind of guys, though. It's like he's not. You're not a GM. Players start playing like they're the GMs. Like, I need this guy. I want this guy. Yeah, you go into a team and make it a super team is one thing. All right, you trying to like dictate to the coach things doesn't work. Doesn't work. Steve says, "Good old Lakers. A circus is coming to town." Yes, they are. The short attack at Aaron Rodgers, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk lately. What did what did what was that on the Pat McAfee show? I thought I saw something out on Twitter with who was that? Jimmy Kimmel or something. Jake, Pats Jets alternate total under 21 a plus 285. I mean, really, would you be totally shocked at a 6-0 game here? I mean, let's find some crazy alts. I wonder what an under 15 would be. Listen, I just want the Patriots to win 10-0. I'll be happy. I don't care. The 3-0's a win. I don't. All right. Lions first half team total over 13.5. Let's talk about this. So I think the Lions are going to play a little bit here. And you're telling me they can't score 14 points versus Viking defense? They will. Take the over. Same with the Cowboys. They're going to want to come out. I know they don't play on grass. I understand that. You have a division title on the line. Let's hope Mike McCarthy doesn't screw this one up. But we know you will, Mike. We know you will. You really want to get people like coming to chat like, hey, give me something. You want to throw some kind of crazy plus money? Take Washington on the money line here. Take Washington money line. I got the Rams +4. I even got them a bad number +2. Bears over. I think we see offense against Green Bay. Arizona money line. I think Seattle's going to choke like they did last week. Give me the Chiefs. I don't see Andy Reid just totally mailing it in. This team has not been good all season, Kansas City. But I'm not the Chargers as a favorite is not something I want to bet on. Mahomes playing or not, I still think Kansas City with that coach, there's no way they're just going to come in here and just totally be terrible. No way. And if that's the case, when they're home next week, you bet against who's ever they're playing in the playoffs because they're not winning that game. That's not happening. Give me the Miami under. T-Money. I agree 10,000% with you on Braun. I think Zach LaVine will be enough to get the Lakers championship. I don't trust LaVine. Is he on the team? Is that who they traded for? I don't even know. I'm just saying they're not winning a championship. That's not happening. How to get to 20 points? Got to take the money on. Yeah, I agree. I mean, short of in a rainy, wintry mix, ice storm nonsense, maybe they're fumbling. Maybe they're fumbling every kickoff and punt, and everybody's starting within the 5-yard line and scoring points. And that's how this game goes over because there's 6 field goals and 2 touchdowns. You know, Philly has nothing to play for. No, they don't have anything to play for, Mike. A lot of teams, but you still have the playoffs. And when you're playing bad, you want to keep playing bad? I don't think they want to keep playing bad. Now, the Giants are looking just to kind of build. And they got a backup quarterback who's looking for a team, and I'm still good, and maybe I'm the starter here next year if Daniel Jones isn't healthy, stuff like that. Philly hasn't been playing good. The finger pointing starting. I just don't want to lay as a 5-point fave with Philly. No, thank you. They're still in the playoffs, but when you're not playing good, do you want to keep not playing good? The problem is they're going to play and still make mistakes. There's way too much going on to say to take Philly as a favorite. And for me, it's just their bad play overall. Maybe how about an over in that game? Patriot had the best run D in the NFL. That's what I'm hearing. You got to think that's big in bad weather. Yeah. The Patriots defense has been good all season, basically. You know, you play an elite team, they give up some points. So you go to Dallas and give up a bunch of points. Is that really shocking? You give up some points to Josh Allen and Buffalo. It's not really shocking. The Jets offense is neither of those clubs. They're on a backup quarterback themselves times 3, right? This is their third quarterback of the year? Fourth quarterback even? Trevor Siemian? Come on. Don't trust the Pats. Didn't the Pats beat them 15-10? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Washington plus 13. Wheeled it in on my parlays. Why wouldn't you? I mean, I'm a Cowboy guy, but they haven't had a good coach since Parcells, and he got ran out of here just like Jimmy Johnson got ran out of here before him. So you're bringing a garbage coach to make bad plays. This is why Dallas is what they've been for the last 30 years. T-Money Falcons game, I'm thinking the Saints win in a blowout, but if it's close, I have a feeling the Falcons win outright. I'm worried about Seattle as well, but love me some Pete Carroll. He's terrible. Carroll should retire at the end of the season. After that Pittsburgh game last week, no, goodbye. See ya. Hope you had a real good time. Debbie says, I like the Bills under. I'm with you. Go like the money line on the Bills. Yes. It's a 3. So you want to lay 145. I understand. I think the Bills cover the number anyway. 10-point win for the Bills. They're just playing really well right now. Forget about what you saw last week against New England. They were just going to go through the kind of motions, beat them. They didn't have to come and revenge it out to a 40-20 win. This is the game they had circled because they just had to win that game. They knew they were going to win that game. This is for the division and everything else included. And a better team. This is where your focus has to be. T-Money, they're aiming for Levine at the deadline, but D-Lo and a few others will go to the Bulls, but then we still won't have a deal. Come on. Listen, the Lakers aren't winning anything, fella. All right? I mean, you won your joke midseason tournament that nobody watched, nobody cares about, except for LeBron. That's good, LeBron. You won a midseason tournament that nobody cared about, and then you won in a bubble tournament. Okay? You're not winning. You got the Clippers in town. You got Denver. You got Minnesota. I'm not going to put OKC. I think they're still a step behind. Philly could still win the East. Yeah, it's possible because it's Dallas, and we've seen Dallas piss themselves multiple times, Stephen. Now, that don't have anything to play for. When you see the other team as a 14-point fave or 13-point fave, you kind of resigned to the fact you're a wild card team. Giants win outright today. I have my hoodie on for it. There you go. I think the Giants win. I took the points. They battled them in Philly. And Philly, the defense is the Philly's got problems right now. Took over 42.5 at Philly. Yes. Philly loves to keep teams. Yes. It's an over. When was the last time Miami won 2 in a row versus the Bills? I don't even know. I mean, even that game, they pulled it out late when they won last year. I was on the Bills that game, by the way. A rare loser in my 64% season. This year, not as good, 55%, but it's still making money here. T-Money. I kind of think OKC could come out of the West. They're dangerous. Not too young. They got to have a little growing pains. Much like Denver the year before. They need a little growing pains. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. It's been a while. If Jesse's still in the chat, I think he said that they hadn't, until they beat Dallas on the last second field, they hadn't beat a team with a winning record in like 20-something games. They don't beat good teams. Steven says, remember when the Cardinals beat the Vikings in the last season, eliminated them? Always some craziness week 17, now week 18. There is always craziness. Why wouldn't there be? We could look at it as they got nothing to play for and teams aren't interested. I don't know, man. Some teams are checked out, sure. Carolina today. Should they be totally checked out? It'd be one thing if they won last week in Jacksonville. I had them in Jacksonville. I said, you know what? They won a game. They nearly won another game. Maybe they're coming with confidence towards the end of the season, trying to build to next year. Then they lay a total dud and lose 30-0. Yeah, I don't think they, at this point, I think they're pretty much done with everything. You have a team like the Titans, who I think they love the head coach and will come out and fight for him. And the motivation factor of we got nothing to play for, but we can knock a rival out of the playoffs. Why wouldn't they be motivated there? Same with Arizona. Seattle wins, and I think they need some weaving. I don't even know what all the scenarios are for them to make the playoffs. Arizona's off a big win in Arizona or in Philly. Why wouldn't they come in and want to play? What I think about the Raiders, I do like the Raiders, Debbie. They like the coach. They want to win. Sure. Do I want to lay 3? No, but they have had Denver's number lately. Does Jacksonville beat the Titans? T-Law is in the body count. I don't think they do. No. I'm just saying take the Titans today. You have Tannehill, Hopkins, and Murray, or Henry rather. Murray. I'm like, who's a running back for the Cowboys? Murray. Back in the day, DeMarco Murray. You have a veteran team like this, 4-3 at home, 2 OT losses, close losses at home. You know they love the coach. They love the coach. They're not going to quit here, especially off a bad loss. I think they win outright here. I think it's an outright win for Tennessee, believe it or not. Here we go. Lions first half team total over. Dallas first half team total over. Rams for the game. Bears over versus the Pack. Arizona money line. Chiefs +3. Dolphins, Bills under the total. Reginald's coming in with some NBA. Nothing but action on the Raptors money line versus Golden State. I don't hate this, Reginald, because I see it as a 2, and everybody's going to wonder about, hey, it's Golden State. Yeah, that Golden State -2, easy winner. Yeah, well, they're 500 on the season, 11-9 at home. Are you kidding me? Yes, take the Raptors today. Raptors money line at home, sure. And I do like Memphis. I gave one of my video picks was on Memphis over, not over, but getting the points from Phoenix. Anything else on a Sunday morning before we head on out? There will be a Look Ahead Line show tonight. So there will be Look Ahead Lines. I'll be popping on with Jimmy and Pub before that. But then at halftime, we'll have a Look Ahead Lines wild card weekend. So be sure to, if you haven't already, put the notification bell on, give me a follow, stuff like that. We're on Twitter, on the X, if you're watching on the X. Does Buffalo still get on playoffs even if Jacksonville wins? Buffalo needs to win. I think all indications are Buffalo has to win to be in. And then it works itself out. Because if they win, they wrap up the East. But if the Jags win, I think they are out. So the Bills could only get in if it was with a tie in the Jacksonville game. Hold on a second. Bills clinch a playoff berth with a tie or a Jags loss or tie or Texas or Colts tie. So Texas and Colts, Bills have to win. They have to win. Miami's already in the playoffs. Bills have to win for playoffs. If they lose, they are out. Memphis is now 5. Is this 5? And I still like them 5 versus Suns. Dave, 1-1 in the hockey yesterday. It's all right. You've been crushing it, Dave. You've been crushing it. Tulsa is plus 188. I'll take that. ECU is awful. Thank goodness Tim Earl's not here. He might come into the live. He might come in live in video and start yelling at you. I can't. What is this line here? I saw a 5. Is this line 5? Because it was a 2. Has it come down? I have to say, so my college hoops a little losing the yesterday, but since January, 60%, 25 and 17. So I'm happy I'm kind of turning the corner in NBA. Almighty One's coming in. Vikes lines over 47.5. Listen to the Almighty One. More importantly, when Almighty One comes in with his box sports plays, we go opposite of box sports all the time. And I like that over too. David says, I'm on the Saints today, also like the Jets. Saints, yes. Jets, I can't get behind the Jets. Again, it's a stupid handicap. I said it with Jimmy and Pub. I was like, I am not trying to dig into the thinkings here. Belichick's last game, maybe ever. Last game of the regular season, either way, final game of the year against the Jets at home. The way their season has been, I do not see them losing to the Jets. No. Forget about if it's his last game ever. The fact that he's going to end up sweeping the Jets, at least he could say, hey, we swept the Jets, we go 5-12, whatever. No, I can't see him losing. I just think anything's possible. Is this a team he wants to lose to going out? No. It's not even worth it at 2 to even take the Jets out of money. Like, all right, people are on Belichick last game, right? That's the basically talking point on that. Like, it could be his last game. Everybody bets it. The line hasn't moved. I'll go down with Belichick than taking the Jets at plus 120. 190, 240, 150. Sure. Pick them a 1.5 or 2. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that slick. No way. I got Tennessee. I took Arizona at home plus 125 in the points. Sure. Is that maybe crazy thinking? To take the Jets? No way. I pushed up to 3.5 on the parlays with the Jets. Again, I don't. I think New England just wins this one like 16-9 or something. I just think they win it. I'm not. We're going to find out in 20 minutes how it's going to play out. Actually, I guess we'll find out more in 3 hours how it plays out. Put your notification bells on for look ahead lines tonight. You don't want to miss out. All right. We covered everything. I appreciate everybody popping in. If you hadn't already, I'm going to end the poll here, and everybody thinks that the Packers are the chokers today. 30% on the Packers. 30% for the like button as well. Excellent job there, people. I'm out of here. That's a wrap for today. Appreciate you watching. See you tonight.